Welcome to Young Turks' special coverage of the primaries tonight.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. I mean, no, actually not pretty good. Things are pretty bad.
Bernie Sanders is a piece of crap and he should drop out immediately.
Did Cenk really say that? No, I took him out of context because it's funny. Sorry.
Do I seem angrier than usual on the show?
Do you seem angrier?
Yeah.
I mean, I work with Cenk. No one seems angry to me. Like when Cenk gets angry, he gets angry.
His middle name is Boiling Rage.
Cenk Uygur is not in studio, but he does join us right now.
I'm in a bunker. They're never gonna find me. There is one thing I do know. They're never gonna find me. I'm in the wind. I'm in the wind.
Are you on pain medication right now?
Yes, I am on pain medication.
So
I'm also super cheery, yay! What a great night.
Okay.
But we still have Illinois, Florida, and Arizona. And if Bernie gets blown out, then we're in a world of trouble and it might be over tonight. On the other hand, the DNC and its brutality decided to go forward here.
We love to start movements here. Shouldn't he and the rest of the leadership of the DNC that is trying to put people in a situation that could potentially get them sick or killed, shouldn't we be pushing for them to be pushed out of their positions?
And the idea of the establishment would be like, oh my God, Tom Perez endangered people's lives to get Biden a win. They don't do that as a downside. They view that is brave of Tom Perez. We should rehire him.
Not too long ago, everyone thought that Biden's campaign was done, that campaign was dead. There was no chance. And look at where he is today. So, I mean, couldn't you make a similar argument for Bernie Sanders or any other candidate that would remain in this race?
Well, on both of those counts, of course. Yeah. So look, here's a game changer, coronavirus. You talk about how average Americans can't survive small bumps in the road. Small businesses can't survive it either. I mean, we're a small business at TYT. There's a reason why we're doing tyt.com/go. That's our fundraising drive. We already needed that before this thing hit. We need it even more now.
Are you at all concerned that if the outcome of the general election is not to Trump's liking, that he can cite these issues as a way of determining the election illegitimate?
And they turn around and blame us for that too. Oh, for God's sake, right?
So John has some updates out of Florida.
Florida is, it's going hard for Biden, with this election that we're having. Can we go to those results? Those results of the votes that we got today? Democracy, isn't it grand? Illinois has also been called. Biden is at, well, they have 65%, DeSantis is at 27%. Still obviously a long way to go. The results could change to some extent, except it's not predicted to flip.
Look,
so which way
I
it goes.
almost feel bad like covering these results. Like in a way, like these results are illegitimate. Like this election should not have been happening today. This election is putting people's lives at risk. Someone needs to follow up and sue the Democratic Party for holding these elections today. For wrongful death. Like we have to challenge these results. Like these results cannot stand. Like there's just no way we can allow this.
Yeah, look, I definitely agree with you on it.
And I can't even believe that it's reality.
Obviously, the cost to going forward is that almost certainly people are gonna get sick and probably die.
The only thing that would save Biden against Trump right now, in my opinion, is this whole coronavirus debacle.
Welcome back to hour 2 of our live election commentary. Before we get back to Cenk, and we do have him in just a minute, I wanted to take a look at the thermometer to see how we're doing.
Temperature.
And we're at 168,397. So thank you to everybody who has supported us so far. I will just say that however much we needed your support before the world fell apart, we need it more now. And I'm gonna make the bold prediction that over the next few months, a lot of things are gonna go away. I would prefer that we're not one of them. And so I know that we've leaned on you a lot in the past. We're gonna continue to have to lean on you.
So with the results coming in from Illinois and Florida, I think we need to have a couple of different conversations. Let us now begin the conversation of this election might be over in a couple hours. The minute the results came in, I realized it was foolish of us to even think that there was a chance in Illinois and Florida.
But do you think that if, erase coronavirus, if we had today the way it could have been, do you think that the results could have been significantly different?
Honestly, probably not. look, to me, the DNC is so much less important than the mainstream media. So I don't know how we win any other election other than mainstream media going down in flames over the next 4 years. We need to have independent media overcome mainstream media. And the reason I say we come full circle is because that's what the Young Turks is. That's why we started it 18 years ago. So when we say support us in our fundraising drive, as an example, at tyt.com/go. Look, at this point, I don't care what anyone in the mainstream media says. They're all liars, so I couldn't care less. You know, they'll say, oh, it's self-aggrandizing. Oh, sure, you're the thing that people need to fight us. Well, who the hell else is going to do it? And it's not optional.
Cenk, it's Francesca here, and I totally agree with you.
And look, honestly, I'm going to probably cancel my cable subscription tomorrow, literally tomorrow. The more you fund mainstream media, the more it crushes us. If they have the same amount of power as they do this time, there is no getting around it. They will never, ever admit they're wrong.
What do we need to do differently? What have we been doing wrong?
Honestly, we haven't been doing anything wrong. And that sounds like a funny thing to say, given that we're about to lose. But Young Turks have been fighting back. We have hundreds of millions of views. We have some infrastructure issues that advertising on television pays a ton of money. Cable subscriber fees gets them even more money. It's very hard to get subscribers online, and advertising online pays you almost nothing. Now, there's almost nothing that we can do about that other than keep asking our audience to become members and fundraise for us. I wish there was another way.
Just like the feeling I think a lot of progressives and folks on the left are feeling, which is despair, as we see that, you know, Florida's gone to Biden and Illinois has gone to Biden. I do think that, like, you should not hold your vote as something that's precious. It's just, you have to wield it as a defensive tool against fascism.
And then even after things happen with Black Lives Matter in particular, some of those bigger names or figures or even images you saw of people, they were eliminated later. Now, I'm not gonna be all conspiratorial, but once folks have been involved in something and then they end up dead, you go, wow.
Democracy is boring AF. It's just like, cool. 3-hour lines, no entertainment. Come on now, like we don't even have a way to, like, you know, nosh a little bit so you stay in the line. Now, a year after having had that conversation around, like, hey, what if The Rock runs, or like Oprah? Like, now suddenly I'm like, yes, yes. Give me Oprah or The Rock.
If this time around, establishment Democrats make the same mistake as they did last time, which is to not reach out to progressives at all, it will be a devastating mistake. It has to be real, it has to be substantive. And the most real and substantive thing that could be is the VP pick. And so, you know, I'm sure some of you will find this controversial. I don't find it at all controversial. I think it has to be Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, come on, Cenk. She hasn't endorsed Bernie Sanders.
Anna, it doesn't matter.
Right now, look, I think, Cenk, this is the thing that I want you to understand. Put your feelings about Warren aside.
Look, guys, for God's sake, be practical. Our dream candidates, they're gone. They're gone. They're not going to pick a progressive hero to be the VP. So just get past it. That's an impossible dream. Like, there are people who are also impractical and say, oh, let's do a third party right now. Okay, whatever. These are pipe dreams. Get real, and because this is our last chance to have any kind of progressive in this administration. Like I said earlier, Anna, what progressives are gonna just have hurt feelings for the rest of time?
No, but it's not about, I think, yes, some feelings are hurt. So, look, it is what it is. Anna, I disagree with you, but it.
No, there's no disagreeing. And you actually know I'm right. So.
Oh, okay, thanks, Cenk.
Okay, so I just wanted to mention tyt.com/go one more time.
She's not a straight news reporter. She does analysis. She does analysis all the time, right? So how dumb is your analysis where all you need is Donald Trump to take coronavirus seriously for 10 minutes? That's all you need to call him presidential, to give that irresponsible, short-sighted, ridiculous analysis on CNN is pathetic and embarrassing, period. I'm disgusted by it. Anyway, All right.
Good job, Cenk.
Cenk, you still there?
Yeah. Look, that Chinese virus thing's 100% under my skin, and nobody ever stands up to this bully. I don't know. So,
and I just hate how they have lowered the bar for Trump. And by the way, for Biden too. I mean, everyone was like, oh, Biden did well in the last debate.
I disagree, but I think that's Biden held up fine.
Oh, Biden's early onset dementia wasn't evident in the last debate. So let's all give him a giant round of applause. Okay, great.
Guys, I know we're about to switch over to members only. So first of all, tyt.com/join to become a member to get that. Arizona's about to close. So we'll probably have updates on Arizona. And at this point, we're on the last train to Yuma. And if Bernie doesn't win there, it's probably over. So unfortunately, you can't miss this. Okay, so tyt.com/join. $4.99 gets you the extra coverage. $9.99 gets you all of our shows, all of our videos. $1.99 supports the show and lets us know that you're members through the badges and emojis. And guys, please, it's so important to keep us sustainable at this time. tyt.com/go.
Welcome to the post game, Cenk. Thanks for staying with us. We wanted to update everyone on what's happening in Illinois, and then have a discussion about what this country would look like if Biden were president. So let's talk about where.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
So we'll get to Illinois in a second. Arizona has been called.
Oh.
And so Biden has won Arizona. The whole primary is over. So they ran Bernie Sanders out of town. It looks like he lost by about 12. So there's no hope. He will continue to lose the rest of the states. This 2020 was endgame for progressives, and it was, except we lost. So that's the reality of what happened tonight.
Right? Like his whole message has been, I know I'm not offering you guys anything that would really change or improve your lives, but I'm more electable. His wife said that. His wife said that. His wife said that. She made that case. She's like, yeah, I know my husband isn't offering you guys shit, but he's more electable. I mean, she didn't use those exact words, but that was what she was implying. Yeah, it's just I'm over everything right now. I'm so angry.
You so much. That's where I had a problem with, like, I don't know. We've gotten angry. We've gotten calm. We've gotten happy. We've been sad. All of it has happened. None of it matters.
I'm just picturing the attack ads where they use Biden's voice talking about little kids sitting on his lap playing with his blonde leg hair. Like there's just so much, there's so much. He, went with this Joe is my friend rhetoric throughout the election, when in reality, this is your one opportunity to really win and to change the country fundamentally. So punch him in the face. And not literally, but you know what I mean, right? I don't care about mainstream media. They're gonna say what they wanna say. What are we gonna do to be more powerful than them? That's what I want to know.
But Anna, as we also saw for my campaign, it's nearly impossible to overcome. Here, a perfect example, the last LA Times article that came out said, Cenk says that her voting record indicates she votes with Republicans. Christie says she's incredibly proud of her voting record and it's stellar. Okay, but which one is it? Which one is it? There actually is an answer, and the LA Times didn't say that Cenk was right. So
these fucking journalists, man, so-called fucking journalists. No, I just gotta say it. The writers for the LA Times are, most of them, a paycheck away from going broke. What are you guys doing, right? No. It's frustrating, and we need to really rethink how we approach things, because it's not, we're not powerful enough. So now there's all this pressure for Bernie to drop out. I get it. It's nearly impossible for him to win the nomination at this point. I get it. Even given that fact, I think he should stay. I think he should stay to be defiant and to continue spreading his message, especially as this pandemic develops.
No, it's over. that every minute he stays in going forward, they will smear him endlessly. And every minute we lose power rather than gain power. And it'll hurt our branding. And I'd be surprised if Bernie didn't drop out soon.
Oh, God. Cenk, what branding? Like, they've already branded us. They're gonna smear us anyway. They're gonna smear him anyway. Like, I know, but what good does it do staying in and getting killed in election after election after election? At this point in the year 2020, there is no hope for recovery. Was there one pundit on television who said, this pandemic does give you a sense that maybe Medicare for all is necessary? No, not one of them said it. Every one of them said the opposite. Bernie Sanders is a piece of crap and he should drop out immediately. There's a couple other progressives running. They largely got killed. Yeah, I have no hope at all when it comes to getting Biden to do the right thing. Who are we to persuade Biden?
The more realistic path then leads us to what's behind door number 2, which is we should start a process to primary him from day one. And I know the Democratic establishment will cry and cry.
Good, let them cry. Fuck them.
Let them cry. There we're united. Let them cry. If Biden's the president, which at this point I'm rooting for because it's definitely better than Trump. I hope Biden wins, and as soon as he wins, we have to start primary. For my part, I'm going to start reaching out to progressives tomorrow. Let's find a candidate. Let's start building. So there's my optimism.
Primarying Joe Biden at this point, I mean, this was an election where it wasn't an incumbent, and then there was the steamrolling as we're talking about with the media, and then the establishment, and then the money coming in. I feel like that's an even bigger hurdle to clear.
No, I know, it is a bigger hurdle, but we got 4 years to do it. So we have to get ready for that battle on day one. Because whoever it is, we got to build up their name recognition, we got to build up their arsenal, so we've got a prayer of winning 4 years later.
Yeah,
I feel like you believe it, Cenk.
I believe it.
Okay.
No, then I flip back to optimism.
Yeah.
No, as long as we have enough time, anything is possible.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just move on. Let's talk about something else, anything else.
I'm gonna say something funny. I actually should go because I gotta take my medication.
Painkillers?
Yeah. Nice. But more importantly,
honestly, after tonight, I can use a painkiller. So, I think about the journalism professor that had the biggest impact on me when I was in school, right? I care about what she thinks and I don't want to disappoint her. So it's almost like a parent figure in a way.
Mentor.
But I'm so mad at her, right? Because why didn't she tell me? Why didn't she tell me what the truth was? That this is all bullshit, right? That all of these like grand institutions that you hope to work at one day are all bullshit. And like, I love her and I wanna have this conversation with her, and I guess I'm like in a therapy session right now, I apologize. But I'm just so mad.